What's up, guys? It's chachipower here to do a review for the GOLGO 13 from 3R Future. This is a 1/6 scale action figure. Alright. Now, off to the right you will see I do have the Hot Toys GOLGO 13 because I will be comparing these two. Because I'm sure tons of you out there who love GOLGO 13 may have missed out on Hot Toys. I was one of those. Lucky enough I came across this during a trade. How bad is that? And yeah, so I got my Hot Toys GOLGO 13. And we got the Future one here. So if you guys miss out on the Hot Toys, fear not. You may like this one, which is right now a hell of a lot cheaper than that guy. So let's check this out. See if it's worth getting for you guys who are GOLGO 13 fans. So give me a second. Let me take this bad boy out and check it out. Now, I'm hoping whoever's watching this saw the unboxing for this, which pretty much gave you a preview of what's to be found in this set here. But I'll go over it again just in case you didn't see it. So if we take a look at the box here, you'll see the front obviously has a picture of GOLGO 13 with a little logo down here. It's a nice photograph of the actual figure. If we turn it around, we see the figure again. Alright, there you go. And turn it around again, and you do get a nice picture of GOLGO 13 on the back also. Now, what I found really nice is that the front cover is actually magnetized right there. The front cover comes off like so, and you get a nice little backdrop of Japan with the highways, and it's one of those photographs where they leave the shutter open for a while so all the cars are streaming by really quick, and really cool shot of Japanese city there. Don't know what city it is. Tokyo? I don't know. Don't recognize the buildings. Maybe someone who knows more about Japan can let me know if this is Japan or not. But let's go ahead and put that to the side and continue on with the figure here. So you will see it's got a nice little window here which shows off GOLGO 13 on the left. You get the stand here. You get the, of course, the obligatory trench coat there. And I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. Let me see if I can adjust this to get the lights out of the way of the figure. There we go. Alright. And got the little 3 Seiko wristwatches there. And of course you got the M16 with a nice case, which, by the way, the case is stamped metal. I thought that was really awesome since I am a fan of metal. But get that pubic hair out of the way. And so let's go ahead and open this up. I did want to point out that you guys get a nice little poster. It's a tiny poster, but a poster nonetheless. And the back here shows you how to remove the head sculpt, which is simply done with a hairdryer. Pop it right off. Don't know why you would want to do that. In case you want to put on a different body, maybe. Don't know. But anyway, I'm sure there's a reason for that. And here it is. Here's a tray with GOLGO 13 in it. I've already shown you that in the beginning, so let's not mess around. Let's just pop them right out of here. The tray is not taped. I don't remember taking any tape off, so it's a lot easier to be able to take the figure out as opposed to it being taped up. Anyway, let's grab GOLGO. Don't want to show you him yet. Let's put that to the side. Take out the little rifle case there. Get the little trench coat out. These spare hands. Alright, we got these hands right here, which I do want you to check out because they are cool. And you'll see why in just a moment. And then you got the gun holding hands, alright? Here is the plate that goes onto the stand. And this is steel right here. This is metal. And it's got a nice screen printed GOLGO 13 logo. Very nice and sharp right there. Alright, and what else you get? You get the stand piece here with the 2 prongs that go right around his crotch. This is also metal. It's got a nice little, I don't know if it's powder coated or it's a rubbery feel type of thing, which carries over into not only the rifle case, but also into the stand part right here. If I can just get this out. Alright, and here's the bottom of the stand. Again, metal. And it's got a nice rubberized coating there. And of course the little watches, which we're going to check out in a little while. Little tiny watches, but full of detail. Alright guys, so here is GOLGO 13, or Duke Togo, depending on what you want to call him. GOLGO 13 is what he's known in the circles. That's his assassin name. Duke Togo would, I guess, be his real name, but I don't think people know for sure. And you'll see there's baggies on his hand. This is how he comes out of the box. I'll go ahead and remove those. Kind of stuck Wow, are they baggies or are they tape? Oh, there you go. They're actually taped around here. So I'll go ahead and remove those in just a moment, but we will continue examining the figure here as long as he stands up. And you'll see the suit, it's a little bit thicker than I would like it to be, but it is nicely sewn. You'll see he's got the bright red tie, and he's got like a nice little greenish shirt going on. Alright, so let me remove these things from his hand and then we'll continue on. I think right now would be a good time to check out what the wristwatch looks like. So now that I got his hands off, we'll go ahead and put the wristwatch on right there. Take a look at that and put his hand back on like so. Alright, so you can see what the wrist watch looks like on GOLGO 13. And I think the wristwatch looks great. It's got a lot of detail. It's got like a little bit of a gel coating on top, I guess, to make it shiny, to look like glass. But the detail on these is spectacular. I guess it's just printed right on there. And these are supposedly actual Seiko wristwatches that you can buy in real life. So here's the detail on the second watch. You'll see it's very, very cool, very convincing. And here is the other watch. Here's a real close-up of the actual watch that's on his wrist. You'll see there's a lot of detail on there, guys. You can almost read the numbers. Next thing we'll check out is the shoes. Regular, you know, standard dress shoes with kind of long laces, but they are actually laced up. They're not just molded on there. It's actually laced onto the shoe. If we take a look at the bottom of the shoe, you will see that these shoes are brown underneath, and you'll see the stitching that goes right around the brown part there, right on the inside. Kind of goes right all around, and there's actually detail on that right here. This little black line that goes around is actually stitching detail, so it kind of looks like it's stitched all the way around, and it gives a really realistic look. Alright, so for this part of the review, I'm just going to have him propped up on a stand there. You'll see got the little plaque here with his name. It's a little bit hard to get in there. They're both metal, so there might be a little bit of what do you call it, precision issues there. I haven't really pushed it in too hard. It might just snap right in, but I'm not going to do that right now. But you get an idea of what it looks like that way. Alright, and the back of the base of the what do you call it, the what props him up, that prop stand piece back there, that screws into the base. Alright, and it looks like the screw that goes into the base is also metal, so it looks like a pretty sturdy setup there. Alright, and I did want to show you this because I thought this was really cool. This is his rifle case here, and it's got the rubberized coating I was talking about earlier. It's like those phones. Some phones have that rubberized coating, or the little protective cases for them. It really feels nice, and you'll see the hinges are metal, as is the rest of the case. The outside, well, can't really hear it like that, but it is metal, trust me. If we take a look at the clasps here, you'll see there's a tiny spring. You can see that piece of the spring there. See that? And they actually do latch into this right here, and the button actually does work. Then you got the handle here. The inside has a nice foam padding, and everything is laid out right in the foam. We're going to go ahead and put this rifle together so we can see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you the weapon up close first so you can see the detail that's been put into this. It's very intricate. I know 1/6 scale figures all have really cool looking weapons, but this is GOLGO 13's weapon, and I think it makes it that much cooler. There are a little bit of a few moving pieces. Let's see where they are. There's this little flap here. I guess it's for the casings. I'm not sure. Not a big gun guy. This does slide back and forth. So does this piece back here. This piece also comes out. Don't know what that's called. It's got this little piece here to hook things on. This almost looks like it opens out back here, but I haven't been able to open it. But if I could fit something in there, I could surely try at some other point. I do like that the cartridge here does show the bullets, and I actually thought it came with bullets. There's this little baggie here. It has pins. There's two like gold colored pins and one black one, and I don't know if it goes right in this hole here. I'm not sure. I didn't see any instructions aside from that poster, so I'm not sure where that would go. But yeah, let's continue looking at the detail there for this, and you'll see it's got a clear scope right there. You see the clear plastic. So overall, I think it's a really cool piece. And I stuck a little X-Acto knife, and look at that, it does open. I'm not going to force it open all the way. It feels like it's resisting a little bit too much, but I did manage to open it. I didn't see anything back there, but that's pretty cool. And here is Golgo with his M16. You obviously have to use the weapon holding hand to be able to have him hold the weapon, but you'll see that's exactly what it looks like. Alright, so I've decided to get a little creative actually and try and at least articulate him somewhat, but you'll see the even though the cloth is a little bit thick, the joints are, you know, stiff enough to be able to hold him in this position. And it's not going to shake loose from this position either, so the figure is actually pretty well built. Now a lot of you may be wondering what type of articulation it has. This has your typical, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I'm not sure all the articulation points 1/6 scale figure has, but this has, from what I see, your typical amount of articulation points. You got the knees, waist, upper chest, stuff like that. Just your typical 1/6 scale figure. So even though this shares a body with other figures, possibly, not 100% sure, I'm sure it does, you're not going to find this face sculpt on any other figure. Alright, this is unique to GOLGO 13. You'll see it's got the huge eyebrows and those little teeny beady eyes. But check out the texture on his skin. It looks so good. Now the thing is, this was what I was a little bit worried about, is trying to make GOLGO 13 realistic when you know, we see him in the manga, in the anime, and we just assume his skin is smooth because that's how he's drawn. But on this figure there is a lot of texture, and it's not as shiny as the screen is leading you to believe. Kind of looks like he has a greasy face. It does not look like that with my bare eyes, and the color is a little bit darker than what I see on screen here. It almost looks like he has a suntan. I wanted to show you the trench coat, but almost forgot to show you guys this. He's got the alternate hands, which are open. You'll see right here, they're open, and they look kind of boring. But if you look underneath, you'll see those little holes. Now, last time I saw holes like this on anything were these old bendy figures that I had as a kid. So, of course, these turned out to be bendy. So you can actually bend the fingers. How cool is that? I thought that was a really neat thing. Kind of surprised that it came with the set, but this avoids having to have like 10 different hands, so that's a nice little included piece. And the sculpt is really cool. It's nicely detailed and painted, and yeah, overall very nice. Alright, so now I'm going to put the trench coat on, and here's the thing, there's actually really buttons. I've seen other 1/6 scale figures that have real buttons, but they're not used as real buttons. There's like usually those little pop-in buttons underneath, but this is actually buttoned in. So it's going to take me a moment to remove this so we can put the trench coat on him. Now when you go to take the buttons off, be very careful. They're barely on there, like with a couple of strands. In fact, this one looks like it might be falling off, or are they all sewed in like that? No, yeah, that one might be on its way to fall off. But yeah, just be careful. You'll see that the inside is lined, alright? And we're going to go ahead and put this on him. I believe he's just going to keep his suit jacket on. Alright guys, I will say it was a little difficult getting on the trench coat with his suit jacket on because the suit jacket is thick and then the sleeves are kind of thin. So it's kind of just shoved in there, which is why he looks all bulky right here. The shoulders aren't properly lined up, but that's the best I could do, guys, for the review. Now I did say I was going to compare him to the Hot Toys one. Now just try and keep in mind the trench coat is not on here the way it's supposed to be. Again, it's all bunched up right here. If you guys are used to putting things on, or this tricks and pulling out the sleeves, I don't know them. So maybe you can make it look a lot better. But this is the point where we're going to compare it to the Hot Toys, alright? So let me just grab the Hot Toys and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm sort of blocking it there because I do want to show you the case that the Hot Toys comes with. And it's brown. It's a little bit smaller. You'll see the size difference. Alright. This one is a little bit more realistic on the outside. It does have the stitching like a leather case here. You got the nice foam inside. You do want to be careful with this foam. I don't know if it's with all of them, but this may dry up a little bit, and it's pretty much like that green stuff they use for flowers when they plant them. It's kind of foamy, but if you push into it, it stays pushed in. This seems to have done that at some point. I don't see it here, so I guess it did reform itself from memory. So maybe it's not an issue. But anyway, moving right along, I did want to show you the M16 that the Hot Toys comes with. So here's the Hot Toys one with the scope, alright? Hold that right there. And then here's the Future one. So you'll see the Future one is definitely a lot more serious looking than the Hot Toys one. But, enough of that comparison. Let's go ahead and compare the actual figures, because this is what a lot of people have probably been waiting for. So let's move this up a bit so I can get them a little bit closer. Alright, here's the Hot Toys. Now, the Hot Toys, you'll notice the sculpt is not as textured. Alright, it's got a nice anime look to it. Alright, it's got the nice red tie again, and you got the trench coat. You got the here's a side profile. So in the hair, you'll see the hair is just very smooth, even though he's supposed to have, I guess, curly hair. But you'll see the sculpt is actually really nice. I like the way the eyes are done. Now, if we go ahead and bring this guy in, first of all, you'll notice he's a little bit taller, so we need to move this up. Alright. He does look a bit waxier in the face. It's kind of weird. Doesn't really look like that in real life, but I guess this will have to do. But this guy's not that much shorter. Just his knees were bent. But it is shorter. The Hot Toys is shorter than the Future one. So let's get these. Whoops. Yeah, these guys don't really like to stand on their own. Make sure the Hot Toys one stays right there. And get the Future one to stand up. Alright, there we go. So you'll see there is a height difference and a head size difference also. But they're both obviously GOLGO 13. You got two different takes on GOLGO 13. This one's going to run you a ton of money. This one's going to run you under 200 bucks, probably around 170 if you don't wait too long to get it. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Let me just do one more thing before I sign off here. If you guys are fans of GOLGO, you do know that GOLGO is a ladies' man, which is why he's always making people smell his finger. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the review, guys. Having said that finger thing, I think I should probably end the video now. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the review. Hot Toys Future. $400, $500, $600. Who knows what people charge? Less than 200 bucks for this guy right here. I know he looks a little waxy in the review. I don't know what it is. It's probably lighting. He does not look like that in real life. So please make sure you check out my blog, because I will be taking photographs. So maybe you can see what he looks like a little bit more than what this video shows. So stay tuned for that, guys. That'll be on RocketPunchArmy.com. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure you leave them below. And till next time, bye-bye.